Katzcradul here. The day has been very cool. It's been in the 50s, I think. And at our house, cool weather means one thing for certain. That means hot cocoa. Prepper A and Paladin Prepper are both hot cocoa drinkers. And as soon as the weather turns cold, they're saying, where's the hot cocoa mix? So I started mixing up some today. They've been digging for mulch to make our new Back to Eden garden. Be sure and check the link that I'm going to post. And actually, I think I've already favored it. It's probably the most important prepper video I've ever watched. I really encourage you to watch it. Anyway, they've been out gathering mulch, and they came in and they're chilled. It's cool and damp, and so I started making cocoa mix without you. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have turned on the camera, but I just forgot to. But it's not too late, and it's not a very complex project, nothing that you need to see me do. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it. It's a great way to use some of your prepping items. Good way to rotate through your powdered milk. So the basic ingredients, and I'll list the recipe below, are non-fat dry powdered milk. You certainly could use like the Nido, that is the powdered whole milk. But this, I'm using non-fat dry powdered milk from the LDS Food Storage Center. Baking cocoa, which, yay, Aldi finally has it back in stock. Here's a tip for you. If you store baking cocoa, which I really recommend you do, I store a lot of it, and I like to buy it at Aldi, but they only carry it once the weather starts getting cool. They really carry it for holiday baking, but I noticed last time I was in there they finally have it back. So now go get your cocoa if you haven't bought any through the earlier part of the year. Here is, buy this at Aldi as well, but you can certainly use any brand. It doesn't have to be a name brand. Non-dairy coffee creamer. And, oh, I left one ingredient off the table. It is powdered sugar. So these four ingredients for sure: coffee creamer, non-fat milk, cocoa, and powdered sugar. I'll list the amounts for you. The original recipe, oh yeah, here it is. Prepper A went and got it for me so you can get a visual. There it is. Powdered sugar. That's my powdered sugar container. So those four ingredients for sure. The original recipe did not call for a pinch of salt. Here's my salt shaker. You can see the holes. But I do like to put a little pinch of salt in my hot cocoa. It just makes, you don't have to use as much sugar if you will put just a pinch of salt in it, because it makes the sugar that's already in there taste a little bit sweeter. And I originally saw the hot cocoa mix drink in this little cookbook called Cooking with Powdered Milk, and it's by Peggy Layton. And if you are a serious prepper and you've been at this very long, you have seen the name Peggy Layton. I've had these books for years and years. I'm not even sure when she published this one, 1994, so you can see I've had it a while. She has several books. This one is Cooking with Powdered Milk. I really recommend it. She even teaches you how to make cheeses in there from your powdered milk, and I have done that. I've made Parmesan cheese from my powdered milk. She has Cooking with Dried Eggs, Cooking with Beans and Rice. This is a nice thick one. This is a nice one. And Food Storage 101. If you are brand new to prepping and want to start food storage and don't have a clue where to start, this is a good book, Food Storage 101. Then later, she published, along with Vicki Tate, this excellent cookbook of using home storage called Cooking with Home Storage by Peggy Layton and Vicki Tate. These are excellent books. They sit on my shelves with my cookbooks, and I love them. You can get them through Amazon.com, and lots of other sites have them. I highly recommend them. But here's what I do. I just, you can see, I'm used to making a lot, and I usually make twice as much, except Prepper A standing right here, and she's ready to take a hot mug of cocoa out to her dad out in the garden. So I'm trying to whip it up as fast as I can. This is a top to my cake taker, and I have all the ingredients in there. I've stirred them up. You don't need to mix this into milk. You can mix it into water because it's powdered milk. If you want it richer, though, you can mix it into milk. What I do is fill my mug halfway with water and put 2 heaping tablespoons of this mix in, stir it up, and then fill my mug the remainder of the way with boiling hot water, or however hot you want it. This is great. I store it in mason jars, quart mason jars, or if you have a pretty container to set on your counter that your family can just go right into and get. The only thing, if you have children, remind them if their spoon is wet, they cannot put it in the cocoa mix, but they have to put the cocoa mix in their cup, and once they put the cocoa mix in and begin stirring, their spoon cannot go back into the cocoa mix, because if they do, if you get drops of water in there, you'll get little hard pieces in it, and you don't want to do that. The only other thing I might suggest to you is that the cocoa powder, sometimes, even though the lumps are soft and they're easily broken apart, and sometimes powdered sugar does that as well, after I put my pinch of salt and my powdered milk in my container, then I put my cocoa mix and my powdered sugar in the sifter, and I sift them into this container, and that's how I get that perfectly smooth, perfectly even. There's no lumps of powdered sugar, no lumps of cocoa. Try this. I think you'll really like it. Great way to rotate through your non-fat dry powdered milk. If you try it, let me know how you like it. If you want to make a little variation on it, and you want to make a cinnamon hot cocoa, just put a little bit of cinnamon in there. Probably in one batch you would put maybe a half teaspoon of cinnamon. If you want to change out a little bit of the original coffee creamer for a little bit of powdered malt, you can put a little malt powder in there, make a little malted hot chocolate. Yum. Just experiment. I think you'll like it. The recipe is so simple, and like I said, it's a great way to rotate the powdered milk. Hope this helps somebody. Katzcradul. Just one more thing I thought I would squeeze into this video. Many of you have commented about the video I made about the sale on flavored gelatin at honeyvillegrain.com. And I know some of you have ordered, and some of you are planning to order. I put this video up on the 13th, and on the 15th, I got an email from Honeyville Grain, as some of you did also, that from now until Tuesday, that would be the, let me see what day it is today, I'm lost. Yeah, Tuesday the 20th, if you order from them, you'll get 15% off your entire order. So if you order between September the 20th, 2011, you'll get 15% off your entire order. That's a pretty big savings, especially if you were just sitting on the fence thinking you were going to order. So just thought I'd tell you that. To get that 15% off, you need to put in the coupon code the word Patriot. Patriot needs to go in the coupon code. Okay, just hope this helps you guys. That's all for now. Katzcradul.